Hi everybody, it's Lisa. Welcome to the craft room. You're getting a slightly different view today because we're not over my desk and you're actually getting to see my face as well. What I'm here today to talk to you about is a very special group that I've been involved with recently. That's why I'm on the floor, because I've got something behind me that I would like to show you. And it's a group called Hearts for Crosshouse. At the moment, we are in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic and we have been in full lockdown across the UK for a number of weeks. So there are many restrictions in place at the moment. We're all working from home. I myself am working from home in my craft room, which means my craft room's not as relaxing as it used to be because I spend all day long working here and we are very busy at work. But one of the sad things that's happening at the moment or in recent weeks is that people who are in hospital are very sadly dying alone, and it is absolutely tragic and so sad that you think people are coming to the end of their lives and they're not able to have their relatives with them. So, an English hospital had put out a plea for volunteers to knit pairs of hearts to donate to the hospital. And the idea of that is that one heart will stay with the patient and one gets sent to their family. And it's just a little token that's designed to bring a small bit of comfort at a very sad time and to help people feel that there's a bit of closeness, although that is actually impossible. But we're trying to do the best that we can to bring some comfort. So Irene and Karen, who work at the hospital, decided to set this up at Crosshouse Hospital. And that's where Hearts for Crosshouse was formed. So the bosses at the hospital were fully supportive of this happening, and Karen also runs Ayrshire Craft Group, so she got all the members of the craft group involved. And that's when I became involved and I made over 30 pairs of hearts and donated them. So I also offered to help run the Facebook page, which had been set up. So there's a whole team of admin people helping to run that and coordinate things. And I want to give them a shout out for all their hard work. And I offered also to be a distribution point because I noticed there wasn't one in my local area. Where I live in North Ayrshire, there was one at the other side of North Ayrshire, but not near me. So I wanted to help and give people the opportunity to safely drop off hearts. And I want to talk to you a wee bit about hygiene. So I want to reassure everybody that reasonable hygiene precautions are taken. We all know that it is not an easy task for crafters to wear gloves when they craft. It's just not practical. But what we would expect is that people take reasonable hygiene precautions. So make sure your hands are clean, make sure the area is clean, and that you wouldn't be making hearts if you had symptoms or you were isolating. We also adhere to social distancing and the travel restrictions. So that's why it can take a little while for things to get dropped off, because they have to be picked up when somebody's on their way to their shift in the hospital. So I offered to take on responsibility for distributing the hearts to local care homes, because very sadly people are passing away in care homes. But not only that, people are separated from their families and they haven't got to see their loved ones in a long time, a few weeks now. And it's really sad. So Karen and Irene were keen that we got this rolled out across the care homes. We have a lady in East Ayrshire who is coordinating the efforts there to distribute to the care homes, and I offered to do the same in North Ayrshire. So I'm going to show you some of the hearts that have been donated and how I'm going to actually make up the packs. You'll see here I've got lots of bags all sitting out with various types of hearts. And that's because I want the care homes to have a good variety of hearts, not just have hearts that are all the same. So we like to mix it up a little bit. So what I do is I'll give them a selection of fabric, knitted, crocheted, all different colours, because the staff at the care homes know exactly what would suit the residents there. So over here we have loads and loads of knitted hearts, all different colours. Here's some beautiful sparkly crocheted ones. Some gorgeous red hearts. There are tons of knitted hearts, all different shapes and sizes. There are teeny weeny ones as well. There's actually one smaller than this, and these are really cute. Love these. And slightly larger ones at the back. There's ones that have been made with that kind of eyelash trim wool. They are really cute. We've got beautiful, these are hand sewn fabric ones. I love that material, it's gorgeous. These ones are made with ribbon, and there's all different colours, all shapes and sizes, and I mean, imagine the time it must take to make that. So very impressed with all of these. A lady who lives nearby donated loads of hearts, which she had made, and they're all different colours with different wording on the front. The ones in this bag are faith, and we have love and hope. Isn't that lovely? And here we have solid hearts. There's a whole variety that have obviously all came from the same person. Lots of different colours to choose from. And I need to show you these wee ones. These are tiny little hearts, and there's a pocket on the front of them so that a note can be put inside that pocket. So I think these are absolutely fantastic to take to the care homes. Some larger ones that were handed in at the beginning of this week. Loads of them. Felt ones, loads of felt ones at the back. And we also have, people have also been making these mask extenders because the staff at the hospital get really sore ears. So people have been knitting these, and they've been kind enough to knit them knowing that the chances are these will get binned at the end of a shift because they can't be washed in the high temperatures that you need to wash them in because it's made of wool. So people have been making them out of fabric, they've been knitting them. So that is bringing a lot of comfort. We've got cute wee peach ones there. So loads and loads, loads of tiny ones. But this is just an amazing project, and you know, you could really keep it going. There are lots of possibilities to continue this once we get out of this horrible pandemic. You know, loved ones separated by hundreds of miles, for example, if somebody's ill and in hospital, people who move into care homes, I don't know, kids going into hospital, that kind of thing. There is lots of possibilities. So now that I have all these sorted into categories, I can make up the bags to send to the care homes. So this is one of the bags, and the hearts have to They have to be less, well, they should hopefully be less than 7 centimetres. Some of them are a wee bit bigger, but we need to be able to fit them into a bag like this, because it makes distribution easier. So there's a couple of my hearts in there, lots of different kinds in there, so we've got a really good variety. So they're put in the freezer bags, they're sealed, labelled. We've got little cards there that are put inside, and you'll see the wording on the card there. And obviously with the wording, they're only suitable for people if people have passed away. So we only need a few of these. We don't need to put them in with the hearts, because if people are getting them for comfort, you don't want to put that kind of card in. But those cards were donated by a local printer, so that was just amazing. Here's another bag, and the covering letter is there just to describe what they are and how they're to be used, and how they would get more if they need them. So once they are all bagged up, there's 21 altogether. I've done 2. There's been a couple I've had drop-offs already. So once these are all ready, North Ayrshire Council, who I work for, have very kindly offered to send them out. So they're going to put them into padded envelopes and post them out to the care homes next week. So I just need to take them down, drop them off at the door, and they will do the rest. So that's it, actually. I'm seeing if I can turn you around. There we go, back again. So thank you very much for listening to the story of Hearts for Crosshouse, and please join in. If you don't live nearby, find out if there's a similar thing going on in your area, or if you have a lot of people suffering from COVID-19 in your area, why not just make some and drop them off at the hospital? Just remember to put them in a little bag and date the bag so they can be quarantined. It's a small thing that we can do to help others. So that's it for now. It's Friday night. I'm going to go and have my Friday night gin, and I'll catch you all later. Take care, stay safe, and wash your hands. Look after yourselves. Bye.